Hey, we're out on a field trip today to mix some metaphors in just a gross, just nasty sort of way, to cover fun topics. There are lots of models out there for knowledge gain. And there's one I particularly like to use for sort of the tactical know-how, if you will. And that includes the best practices in product development, those tools, those methods really on the ground that the product development teams use, to gain information, to develop the product in a really robust way. And the first level is you don't really know the best practices. The second level is that you learn the best practices and start to follow them. Third is you learn when you're supposed to break the best practices. Right? It's just 3 levels. It's a simple sort of mind model, if you will, of learning that tactical knowledge. Again, first one, you're sort of lost in the woods, if you will. Second one, you find the path, the direct path. And then the third one is that you really start to elevate your game with the technical know-how. Now, there are a lot of things like this, right? Like economics is like this. You don't know anything about economics, and then you learn the supply and demand curve. And then the rest of economics is really about how the supply and demand curve are wrong in like so many, if not all, of the situations. The word affect and effect. You don't know how to use the difference between them, and then you're like, hey, no, the affect is the one that can take action on other things, but really effect can as well. It just means something different. It means to start something, to be the genesis of something. But back to product development, it's really important to understand that amongst all of the best practices, whether you're talking about actually developing a product or once you're in the market or whatever it happens to be, all of the best practices, if you really want to use them, you have to develop a situational awareness, right? It's not a one-size-fits-all. Sure, learn how to do it in the right way, but then start to learn, hey, how can I adapt these tools? How can I make them work for us instead of us for the tool?